as soon as we get slightly askew of the why behind the Sunday and the why behind, we're going to get bigger. We want a bigger building. We want a mega church. We want this or that. Well, that's just all about getting, how many people can you get into a building and how many people can you accumulate, right?
Yeah.
And as soon as you start an accumulation path, it's completely different than one at a time, which is that's the only way I know personally to live my life. I'm not saying that's any better than any other way, right? There are plenty of things, amazing things have been done with one person speaking to thousands of people, and I praise them for that. My way of being is just one conversation at a time, one person at a time, wherever I happen to be at and wherever the person happens to be at. And I feel like in the places that I went where the churches were really small and the pastor was really just serving the community and was bringing the word to them, there seemed to be more impact on the way that the people walked the walk.
Yeah. So I guess on the flip side then, like Allison, from your point of view, when you were living as a Christian but not transformed into one, like how did you see it? Like what was it to you? Did you even see the disconnect, or did you think that it was just what it was?
I had no idea there was something different. I mean, I was just supposed to be a good person, and I was supposed to do that out of my own strength. I was supposed to do everything right, never mess up, and I did mess up a lot.
Did that create the tension in you to like, well, now that you messed up, you have to kind of hide it? Is that?
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
okay.
Absolutely.
Because you don't want to be showing that you're not what you're supposed to be being.
Correct. So you hide it. You either leave, you continue to hide it within yourself. You hide it from other people. And then there becomes this thing where you're not really living true to who you are.
Yeah.
And that can spiral into other things.
And that's really unfortunate too. That's what I saw in bigger cities, right? Was people who were attending church on Sunday who were behaving as if they were perfect and everything's perfect, and the people beside them are comparing themselves to the person to their left, etc. And so everyone is pretending to be perfect. But then if you go out to eat with them afterwards, if depending on what grouping of people they're in, they kind of, now I don't have to be perfect and I can be myself again, etc. And so that now there's this, I put on the hat, I take off the hat mentality.
But there's two challenges to that in the terms of, I think people are craving that type of authenticity right now, where I am not perfect and I tell people of my imperfection. But it does make us vulnerable to, especially in the social media world we live in, where everyone has access to a keyboard online instantly. I mean, being vulnerable, all of a sudden, I could be chastised across the board very quickly and aggressively, out of context or even in context.